Hello, fashion lovers. Welcome back to my channel. Today, it is this peplon um, gown. All right. Now, on this peplon gown, there's no cut at all. It has two different darts. It has princess dart. It has a normal waist dart on the front. All right. And the back equally have um, princess dart too. All right, so you can see how full it is. Okay, so in this video we'll be cutting this particular dress the simplest way ever, and there will be no half cut on it. Okay, if this is what you're interested in, make sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a comment on the comment section. I would really appreciate it, and remember to give this video a like. All right, now this is the calculation I will be working with. It is a sleeveless dress. We have shoulder 15 divided by 2, bust 36 divided by 4, and waist 28 divided by 4, hip 30, 8 divided by 4, half length 16, gown length 35 plus 1.5, and BP 10, and nipple to nipple 8 divided by 2. Okay. Now, bear in mind this particular dress they use the stretchy fabric to make this dress. The stretchy fabric is not that stretchy. That is more like a thick lycra. Okay, so let's dive into it. This is my pattern paper. I will be starting with my shoulder. As a beginner, I will advise you try this on the pattern paper. After cutting it on the pattern paper, you place it and trace it. Now, I'm trying to get all the basic lines, starting with my shoulder, my armhole depth, which I'm going for 7.5, and my bust point, which is 10, my half length, which is 16, and my hip line, which is 25. Okay, so these are the lines I will be marking out. Okay, this is it. So I'll just take rule and connect them properly. All right, now having connected the lines, you can see them. This is XH, my shoulder, my B, all right, my BP, this is the bust point, and here is my waist. Okay, and my hip and the gown length. Now, remember in the beginning of this video, I said this particular dress has two different types of that on the front part of it. Now, at the B, I will equally mark that 7.5 as my shoulder and connect it straight. So I'll connect my shoulder, right? Connect it straight. Okay. Now, the next thing I'll do is go ahead and mark all my necessary measurements, starting with the bust measurement. Now, I'm marking it with the sewing allowance. Okay, I am marking it with the sewing allowance. I went for 3 inches because of the extra dart on the waist. All right, then I marked my hip according to the measurement we have. Hip is 11.5. Okay, and the waist is 10. So we connected it. Connecting from the waist to the bust, we're connecting from the waist to the hip equally. All right. Now, the next thing I will need to do is, work on my armhole. Okay. Now, because it's a princess dart, and secondly, is a sleeveless, I will not be cutting my armhole, to go half inches in. No. You can see how I curved it. After sewing the dart of the princess dart, I will need to recurve the armhole later. So for that, now the next thing I'll do is come here. You can see how I place my rule. You place it this way, a line from the waist down. All right, a line. All right, once you connect it this way, this pattern paper is longer than my gown length. All right, I need to equally trace it out and know where the excess is. The gown length of this dress in total, it is 36.5 plus sewing allowance and folding allowance. So this particular paper is about 40 inches in length. So we need to take out all the excesses. Okay, so we do not make mistakes. So I'm taking out this excess. This is my gown length. Just go ahead and cut this off. Like I usually say, I'm a fan of pattern paper. All right. There are dresses you want to make, you use pattern for it. So as a beginner or a first timer, try it out on pattern paper. It makes it more easy. Okay. And you can easily adjust when on pattern paper. All right. So this is it. My armhole. I've cut out the necessary parts. All right. But next thing I'll do is my dart. Because this particular dress is a stretchy fabric, my to nipple, I will not be adding half to it. It's a stretchy fabric. When it stretches, the nipple to nipple increases. Okay. So for that, my nipple to nipple, I'm marking exactly 4 inches, starting from the bust point to the hip. Okay, exactly 4 inches from the bust point to the gown length itself. What we are marking is nipple to nipple divided by 2, no addition, no adding of sewing allowance. Then you connect it straight ahead, okay, down. Then you connect it down this way. All right, this is it. Now, once you have connected it, the next thing you do is come here right at the waist. All you need to take is a normal waist dart. Your interest in this dart is just the waist. It doesn't get at the hip. It's just the waist. You're trying to snatch the waist, okay, to project the bust and the hip. So when you're connecting it, if you watch what I'm connecting, my lines did not get to the hip part of it, okay. Now I haven't connected my normal waist dart. The next thing is for us to turn it to our princess dart, okay, which is just connecting it to the shoulder with our princess a French cuff, okay. But you can measure. Now I usually take 5 inches. All right, from here, you can see how I'm measuring it from here. You can take 5, you can take 5.5. The maximum is 6, depending on the depth of your armhole. The wider the armhole, the more you go. Okay, so I went for 5 and I placed this French curve properly and it gave me this. All right. Now the next part that needs concentration is our neck. Looking at this neck, it is closed, the neckline is closed, is wide, and the depth is higher. So you can go 4 inches, you can as well go 5 inches, whichever one. So the first one I mark is 4.5, the second one is 5 inches. For the depth, you have 3.5 or 4 inches. These two are what you use for your depth. The depth of this dress is high. Okay, it is high. The depth, you can see, is close to the neck. Okay, so you either go for 5 by 3.5, whichever one in fact you feel like. All right, but just know you cannot go below 4.5. The neck is wide, the depth is high, lower or higher. Sorry. So this is my front neck. I'll just land to the shoulder. Okay, so haven't gotten to this extent. The next thing I would like to do is, get my back. The back of this dress, as you're looking at it right now, is as you can see, the back has zip and is equally a princess dart. Now, the fullness on the front of this dress is not the same with the back. You can see I zoomed it. The back is not as full as the front. No, these are the details you need to look out for when you're trying to draft a dress. Okay, so the back is not giving us that fullness that is at the front. So it will be treated differently. Now, for our back, the neck depth will be 2.5, 2 inches. Sorry, that is 2 inches I just marked. Now you can see how I place this paper. The difference is just the zip allowance. The same neck width, different neck depth, and this is our 1 inch zip allowance here for the back. All right. The fullness that you're seeing at the back is not the same with the front. I always analyze my dress. I bring them zoom it as possible. I try to get a clearer picture in all I do to make it more understandable. All right. So the back is not giving me that same fullness. So we cannot treat it the same. Okay. So I'll just go ahead and cut the every other thing will be the same. Okay. No much difference. The armhole the same, the waist, the hip, every other thing will be the same. Okay. So we'll just trace it out all because the back two equally have a princess dart. All right. So before we proceed, we need to cut the length, make sure they are the same length equally down here. Good. So This is it. Now the next thing I will be doing is, marking out, taking out this front pattern, keep it separately. All right, I'll go ahead and indicate all my lines. The armhole, which is the bust, here definitely is the waist. Indicate it equally. And another thing is, for my hip and my bust point, I'll just get my tape, start afresh and indicate that part, then connect it. This is my bust point. Let's stretch this out. This is my hip. All right. So I'll just go ahead and, connect this way, come this way, connect. All right. Now we'll go ahead and connect 1 inches straight down. 1 inches straight down to indicate my zip allowance part of it. All right, now, so having marked it, the next thing is our nipple to nipple. Remember, it has a princess dart, and the same thing I said earlier. The fabric is stretchy, so I'm going with just 4 inches all through. I'm not adding any sewing allowance. If the fabric is even too stretchy, I can even go less, maybe mark 3.5. By the time it get fitted on our ES10. So right at the waist, we take our quarter. You can take as low as quarter, you can take half inches. The maximum is half inches. For your dart at the back, the maximum is half inches. The lowest is quarter. Okay. So having done that, the next thing is my connection. Use my French curve to, connect it, making it a princess dart. At the back, I do not need too much curviness at the back. So this is the back. All right, so the same thing with the front, no much different. The difference is just the zip allowance. All right, having connected all my bags, then this is the front. All right, you can see the difference right here. It's just the zip allowance, nothing much. All right, so I just go ahead and label back on it so I don't mistake it. So I'll just go ahead and cut. Okay, remember the back is just a line and it has what is it called on it? It has princess dart at the back and zip, nothing much. Okay, so we'll cut, then connect it straight. Now your A line can be increased as much as you want. I just went for the end of my fabric. If your hip is about 11 plus sewing allowance, everything, your A line can extend it to 15 at the down part of it. Now, having achieved my um, back pattern that is ready, I'll go ahead and work with my front pattern. This is where the concentration is. Like I said earlier, what the back is giving is not what the front is giving. So first thing is to call our neck. Okay, you can see the neck. All right, the difference between the front neck and the back neck is just the depth. So I started with the back. So just need to dip in it. The next thing is for us to call the princess dart. Okay, you can see it. That is the next thing for us to do. Then we'll have to make it full as you're looking at it in the front. This flay is as full as. All right. Now, I took out my time to zoom this particular dress, okay, to see if the center part of it is as full as the side. All right. But the center part of it is just straight on its own. Okay. So, but that does not mean you cannot do what I'm about to do to the two patterns. See these two pieces? These are it has turned to 3 pieces already. All right, so but you see this piece you're seeing, what I'm about to do can be done to both of them. All right, but I feel it is done only on this side. That is why I'm doing it on this side. It can be done on both of them, but I'm doing it only on this particular side, so I'll take this off. This part is as full as. It is not manufactured. They inserted God to read. All right. Now I use white paper to pin it so it will be more visible to what I'm doing. Okay, now place holding your paper this way, just like I did. All right, you can easily just place your rule, or preferable, come down here, measure. This is 4 inches. You can measure as 5 as 6 inches. Between 4 to 5, 7 inches is at the maximum you can go. But for me, I'm going for 4 inches. I'll connect it this way. You can see. All right, so this is the invented cord. All right, I just added cord. Now, when cutting it, I will be placing it this way on my fabric to cut. I'm cutting it exactly the way it is. I will not need to, be adding extra. All right. So exactly the way it is right now, this is how you place it on the fabric and cut to get that fullness you're seeing. This is the exact way you place it. Like I said earlier, your 4, that place I marked 4, can be up to 7. All right. So down here, if it happens that this place is sharp, your own is sharp, always remember to curve it. Okay. It is very, very important. So this is it. Okay. Remember, guys, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. All right. And if you have any question, drop it on the comment section. You have any style that you want me to work on, drop it on the comment section. Now, let me show you the part of this that. Hope you can see the waist dart at the center here. I just blocked the whole thing to show you this. So right here, there will be a waist dart. Okay. This is it. Now, if I did not zoom this particular picture, I will not be seeing that dart. That means they have 2 darts in one dress. A princess dart on a dress and a waist dart on a dress. In the front alone, the back is just a normal princess dart. And in the end, this is how it turns out. Okay. For the down part to give you that fullness, this is how you go about it. There is no cut, there is no half length. You can see it, and it's still that princess dart. All right, so I just use sellotape to hold it down to see the effect, and gumming it together, it is as wide as you can see how wide the down part is. So this is how you achieve your peplum with minimum fabric. For you to get a 360-degree flail right now, it's about depend on the size of the person, 1 yard, 2 yards, 3 yards, depend on who you're cutting the flay for. But with this pattern, you can actually use that 2 yards to cut flay, and it will be dripping. All right. So this is how it looks. Okay. I will equally like to remind you not to forget the darts. Okay. When you sew your princess dart, you equally sew the waist dart. The waist dart is for more snatching at the front. More snatching at the front. That is the function of that waist dart. So do not forget to sew the waist dart once you're done with the princess dart. And for the finishing of this dress, it is facing. The particular one I'm seeing on my screen right now, it is facing the deed, facing on the armhole, facing on the neck. That is what they used. And there's no lining because the fabric is lycra. It's a thick lycra, but not that thick. Okay, so let me know in the comment section if you'll be trying this out. If you will be, try it out on the pattern paper first. Okay, because looking at it, it is as full as anything. It is full already. So I won't